Okay, Dan Barker made the following claim about the morality of an atheist.
Atheism and free thought and true humanistic morality are so much more clear, so much more useful, so much more reasonable. So, without all the negative baggage of theology and judgment and hell and the supernatural. My goodness, I used to believe in the supernatural, and now to realize I don't have to try to prop up this phony supernatural system in reality. It's very freeing, it's very relaxing. I'm not afraid of being judged and going to hell anymore. I'm responsible for my own actions. The consequences are natural, and I live with them, and it actually turns out that most atheists and agnostics are more accountable. They are more moral. They have more responsibility in their lives because they realize that what matters is this world, not an imaginary supernatural world.
Right. Okay. So, Bill, what do you say to that?
Well, I think that the question is not the kind of lives that atheists and agnostics live. I don't think that we want to make personal attacks upon people to say that you live an immoral life or something of that sort. Rather, the concern I think that we who are believers in God have is that if there is no God, then why would there be any moral values and duties and accountability at all? Wouldn't morality just be a sort of illusion that is a result of socio-biological evolutionary pressures? Just as in a troop of baboons, you can see self-sacrificial behavior or altruistic behavior because it's good for the troop. It has survival value. So in their primate cousins, Homo sapiens, there's evolved a kind of herd morality which is useful in the struggle for survival, for the perpetuation of the human species. But there's nothing about this morality that makes it really objectively true. It's really just an illusion. And in that case, the rapist or the pedophile or the homophobe or the racist doesn't really do anything wrong when he goes against the herd morality. He's just acting unfashionably. And there's no moral accountability, ultimately, for people. As long as you're powerful enough, you can get away with it. If there is no immortality, as Dostoevsky said, then all things are permitted. So I think that's the real concern, is that on atheism, it's very difficult to see how there can be any objective grounds for moral values, moral duties, and moral accountability.
So an atheist would certainly have the freedom to be moral, let's say, Bill, by your standard or mine, but for him to call that moral really would be nonsense if he didn't think there was any objective standard.
I think that's basically right. I mean, obviously, from a Christian point of view, we would say that even the good atheist fails to live up to all his moral duties because we have certain moral duties toward God, to worship Him and to love Him and so forth. We would see those as among our moral duties, and we'd say, well, the atheist isn't living up to those moral duties. But basically, we could say, yeah, he lives a good, decent life. He's a good man, a good woman. But, as you say, basically, it's all nonsense. It's just illusory. It's not real. And that's the concern, I think.
Yeah.